morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another day in the market. We have a very interesting day ahead. We just received the ADP employment report. That had some very interesting insights. I don't know how the Fed is going to try to spin that to fit their narrative, but we're going to be going over that. We have Jerome Powell speaking today. We have SLV going absolutely nuts over here in the pre-market. That's probably going to be pretty good for those options I picked up yesterday. ACB is still looking really good. I mean, I've been long the marijuana ETF for a little while. But that ACB entry yesterday, running up, hitting that first TP at a 1 to 4.5 risk to reward, risk-free on the trade now, hunting those further TPs. But team, it is that time of day. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me as well, I'd love to see it. Let's do a little bit of a roll call. If you guys are new to the stream, let me know, because you guys finally have found the right place that you guys are going to learn a metric boatload, not only just about trading, but the overall markets as well. And as always, team, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Helps out a whole lot with the YouTube algorithms over here. Remember, costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. If you guys do run it up to 150 likes today, we will be extending the stream. So make sure you guys are on that if you guys want that extended stream. But let's see who we've got in here. So, look at all you guys. We got Michael Rogue, another Michael, Houston, Daily Taylor, Wrecker Ralph, Rycax, Samuel, Brosio, Caesar, Starsky, Andrew, Dr. Bob, All Function, Tammy, who else we got in here? James, Caesar, Wreck-It Ralph. Good morning, everybody. Metric Boatloads, William. All right, everybody, let's have a good day. David's in here. Basilis is in here. Christian, what's up, everybody? So team, again, let's a couple of tickers that I'm interested in going into, let's say, today and the rest of the week. What the heck? Oh no, Spotify, what happened? All right, so I guess we're not going to be touching Spotify now. It's running without us. Okay, I guess that's how it works. TME here, I like 10-cent Music Entertainment Group. I think this one could be interesting, especially if we get some China stimmy. You guys already know I have that SLV trade here. I want to see what these contracts are going to be worth up above this level here today. I might scale out. Ideally, I'd love to start scaling at around this 24.92 or 25 area. That's kind of what I'm looking for. But if these options are up enough in the beginning of the day today at these levels and I can make them free, I might as well. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. A lot of things were getting invalidated. Market's just kind of chopping around going into pre-market today. I trade future stocks and options, and I feel like I got to say this every day, guys. I feel like I got to say this every day. It's in my Instagram bio. I say it on TikTok. I trade future stocks and options, and I will say here right now that if you have the ability to trade future stocks or options over Forex, you probably should be. I've been saying this for months, guys. The Forex brokers your data feeds are terrible. You're not getting accurate data. The prop firms are going down left and right. They're all run by the same people. They're scamming you. They have terrible trading conditions. And apparently nobody wants to listen. It's like, let's just do that. Stick our heads in the alligator's mouth and think and hope it goes well. I don't get it. But hey, if you have the ability then to trade future stocks or options, you guys are going to be good to go. And crypto, the swing king strategy that I teach you guys is nasty on crypto too. But let's go through this ADP employment report that came out a while ago, because this is going to be really critical to kind of the narrative that we're seeing with the Fed. So we're seeing Bostic still forecasting 1 rate cut this year. I mean, everybody else is forecasting 3. March saw the biggest jump in hiring since July. That was kind of the big takeaway from the ADP employment report. 3 biggest increases for March job changers were in construction, financial services, and manufacturing. March annual pay is up 5.1%. So remember in the last Fed meeting when Powell said that he expects unemployment to go from about 3.9% to 4.5%. And when we were talking about what Powell was effectively saying, SV is hiding his force. No, stop. I don't stop. Well, what we were saying about what happened with Powell is, he either is seeing something that we don't, which should really be spooking markets if he thinks GDP growth is going to significantly slow going into the end of the year and unemployment going from 3.9% to 4.5%. He either sees something that nobody else is seeing right now, which is pretty unlikely, or he's doing the worst thing that you can do in financial markets or at macroeconomic analysis, hope. He's hoping that it's going to get there. Now, again, it's not hoping that people lose jobs. It's hoping that the economy kind of cools off so that they can start cutting rates going into the election. Now, for those of you guys that are new, and we haven't talked about this with you guys yet, the United States government has a third of all of its outstanding debt, about $7.6 trillion, that rolls over and matures this year. So if you're then going to have to then sell more bonds to then get that $7.6 trillion back or a little bit more, well, you're going to be doing it at higher interest rates. So it's going to increase the interest payments of the United States. That's very bad. Now, what are the solutions to that? Well, the Fed can go out and start cutting rates and start kind of compressing some of these bond yields, or these are two bad options. This one that I'm about to say next is kind of the worst option here, or the United States government that's just prints their way out of it, where they sell a bunch of debt at these higher interest rates, or they issue a bunch of debt at higher interest rates, and then they devalue the currency by printing more money in order to basically finance that debt in the future. So what does that do? Well, it increases inflation across the board, which is why you're seeing a lot of people saying that the overall long-run inflation target has the ability to get moved from that 2%. That's the Fed's target right now, to about 3%. Now, the problem with that is that if you actually look at inflation, it really hasn't been 2% ever. It actually sits right around like 2.5%, 3%, like basically over the last like 10, 15 years. So they're lying. Or they're just cherry picking the data, which they like to do. Hope is a great trading plan. Yeah, it's awesome. Hope is a great trading plan. Have fun with that. SLV, dude, this one is looking great. So here's another thing that I want to talk about with you guys too, especially for those of you guys that have been in the Swing Kings course that have been just absolutely nailing the trades, basically since last November. What we've been talking about a lot is that you want to find the stocks that are going to move. Now, in certain market environments, there's going to be different stocks that can show that they can move a lot more. So what was it? Over the last like 6 months here, what were we seeing? Well, it was the AI stocks. It was all the growth names that were making the big moves. Now, what is it? Well, you guys have seen me go absolutely nuts on things like ACB, MSOS. DraftKings was a really good one, that 1,400 percenter from, I believe, last week. You guys heard that right, 1,400%. That was a nasty one. But you have to be able to identify some of those rotations. Now, energy, if you're looking at energy as a whole, if you look at the energy ETF, XLE, what has this thing been doing? Well, it's been running up with the overall market, but as the market, again, let's look at the S&P 500 futures here. As we started to get a little bit more choppy at these highs, what has energy actually done? It just keeps ripping. Now, what does this also tell us about the overall market here? If energy is ripping, well, that's additional inflation added to the market. So if you're going to see oil and gas prices come up, well, you might be able to see core CPI and let's say core PCE move down and kind of be at decent levels, but headline CPI and headline PCE can be a lot higher and can spook markets with energy prices doing what they're doing. And that could be one of the reasons why we have seen hot CPI in the beginning of this year. And it also could go into the reason why the FOMC members, the Fed members, are kind of like, yeah, whatever, to some of the data that has come out, and they're still projecting 3 rate cuts. Because they're like, oh, it's just oil being oil. XLU has room to run too. XLU is an interesting one. I don't think I quite got that one right. I mean, NEE, I just ditched that one, but yeah, I kind of want the EMAs to catch up on this thing. And that's the same thing with ACB yesterday, guys. How do you guys think that we were able to identify the absolute best? Why am I getting? The absolute best, like, weed stocks in the market, like the one that actually ripped the most. It's exactly what I was talking with you guys in the mastermind, I think 2 weeks ago, with this convergence into the EMAs here. It's the same thing. So that's why ACB was able to hold up a lot more than something like a Tilray, like you saw yesterday. Runs up, crashes back down. Then you have CGC, Canopy, kind of the same deal here. I mean, this one wasn't bad, but definitely not as good as our ACB here. That went absolutely nuts. And it's still looking pretty good in the pre-market here. So I was able, sorry about that. I was able to get out. What is this? Oh, I was able to get out of this up here yesterday at this 525 area. That was my first target on this. Absolutely smacked it. Anybody that was in the ACB yesterday, that was perfect. One to 1.5 risk to reward on a swing that I entered. So it actually was, I was able to get out of it that same day, which is kind of rare with some of the swings that we like to take. But hey, you want to give me my first take profit in a day? That's fine with me, man. Vix, what's in my course? Oh, lots of things. So the Day Trading Mastery course has the 15 winning months in a row Day Trading Mastery course strategy. And I don't just say that. I show you guys every single trade that was taken with it over a 10-month period. But those of you guys that have been trading with it know how nasty it is. And you guys just see me do it. Like I go through and I'm like, these are all the trades that have been taken with this strategy. It's all data driven. And it eliminates all of the risk management and psychological mistakes that new traders make. We also talk about what are futures, how to trade them, options, things like that as well, to give you guys that foundational understanding. The Swing Kings course gives you guys the swing strategy that I use. It's a variation. It's the strategy that I built based on what the most successful traders of all time have done. And then I also send you guys the watch list every single week of the stocks that I'm looking for. And we've had an absolute, like a ripper over the last, few months here. It's been disgusting. So for those of you guys that want to learn, if you want both of them, I'm never going to make you guys pay for both. Again, I'm not here to be like, oh, just buy my course. No. If you guys are actually willing to learn, there's a 50% off deal for you guys, the all-in-one access. It's basically buy one, get one free. For those of you guys that are really willing to learn, and I can throw that link in the live chat for those of you guys that are interested. Let's see. You're new? Oh, awesome, Akil. Welcome, buddy. Yeah, so that's basically what I do around here. So all the and I say this a lot to you guys, and we do a lot of kind of like psychology lessons on these streams as well. But anything that you guys do day trading in the market, and pay attention to this, guys. This is the most important part. And everybody talks about like the secret to day trading. I'll tell you what it is right now. Every single thing that you do day trading in the market has to be systematic versus discretionary. What do I mean by that? Well, you cannot sit there and say, I think the market is going to go here. Your discretion is terrible. Everybody's discretion is terrible. What you need is a fully data-driven, back-tested system so that you know, okay, if I risk X and I trade this strategy over a period of time, what should I expect to receive? Again, there's going to be some variation there or standard deviation in some of those in that performance. But what does that allow you to do? Well, it then teaches you that the outcome of one individual trade is meaningless. Because if you know, okay, this is what I'm looking to accomplish over time, it's then impossible to then go in and make those risk management and psychological mistakes that new traders make because you're so focused on something that you know already works over time. Versus what a lot of other people do is they just say, oh, I'm going to try and take as many trades as I can on a 1-minute time frame and see how it goes. Caesar says the courses are good. The strategy makes so much sense. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, anybody in the live chat that's taken them, you guys can let everybody else know what your experience has been like in them so far. I mean, the messages that you guys send me with the success that you guys have switching over from that discretionary way of trading to the systematic way. And I say this too. Your only job as a trader is to be a steward of your system. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not up to me when I take trades, ever. It's not. So, again, team, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. We are going to have a good day, man. Oh, my God. We're almost at 50 likes already. Thank you, team. I appreciate that. What's SLV at? Oh, my God, dude. These contracts could go a little nuts today. I think these contracts could go a little nuts. That would be fun. So, yeah, I mean, there's that 50% off deal there for you, those of you guys that are interested. But let's see. TLT coming down. Ralph, what are you saying here? 10-year better settle down? Yeah, mooning 10-year is definitely not going to be bullish for the market. Algo, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Tons of takers sitting at the daily 21 EMA, typically a bounce point, but patience will pay off. Yeah, the swings are going to be kind of not few and far between, but we're going to have to look in different areas for them. When I was looking this weekend, I mean, I was a little hesitant about sending you guys that swing list. But again, if they don't validate and actually go through those upside breakout levels that I teach you guys how to identify, then it's not a trade. And again, what did we find on the stream yesterday? I was thinking, well, the market's down significantly. I was looking at that marijuana ETF that I had that was holding really well. So I said, well, what about some of the individual stocks in that ETF or in that sector could also do very well? And we identified this ACB yesterday morning, got the entry. It was actually a little higher than this. I think it was like 453 or something here. And then rallied this thing up, sold a little bit of the position at 525. Now it stops at break even and can let this thing go. Then also we had that plan yesterday to trade that 5-minute opening range breakout on SLV. And this thing's just going absolutely nuts here. So it's all about identifying the strong sectors and what's happening in the market. So in certain times, and I said this before, I want you guys to think, remember, we want to be trading things that can make large moves. Now, sometimes the sectors or the stocks that are going to make those moves change. So a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, I probably wouldn't have been trading something like ACB or SLV or something like that because there were better opportunities in different sectors. Now, right now, there's a lot of opportunity, obviously, in SLV, in some of these marijuana sectors, and we've been able to significantly capitalize on those. You're new here, trying to learn and get into trading? That's awesome, Sage. You are going to learn not only a lot about trading here, but about overall markets, finance, macroeconomics, which again is the most important part. And the problem is that, and for those of you guys that are new, and I feel like I should make this clear, I've been doing this since I was 14. I feel like I just kind of sit here and talk to you guys and hope that you guys understand kind of like what we're all about here. But I've been doing this since I was 14. I've had the opportunity to kind of learn from some of the most successful people in this industry at what they do. Now, granted, it is different from what we do on a day-to-day basis, but it is applicable to a lot of things that we do as well. So again, like some of the, all right, I'll give you guys an example. One of the guys that I talked to a decent amount, he's like one of the banking experts that is always on the news. So if I have a question on something, I just call him and ask, which is rare, but I'll debate with him back and forth. Like there are some stocks that like he doesn't like that like I do, and we'll go back and forth on those. But like to me, it doesn't matter. So again, I try and relay all of this information that I have learned over the years from the smartest people in this to you guys. Let's see. You want to look at USD/JPY? That's probably the only forex pair that we'll ever look at here. USD/JPY. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good, man. Oh no, if this thing breaks out, the 10-year is gonna go nuts. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good. USD/JPY moving like that is really not what you want to see. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this could be interesting. Dude, if this was a ticker, if this was like a stock, I would be long. Like, I'm not gonna trade it, but like if this was like a normal setup that I saw, I'd be very long on that. Yeah, good night mortgage rates if it breaks, those will rip, dude. Mortgage rates will go boom. Where's SLV? Dude, SLV is up 2% in the pre-market. Again, this thing's just going vertical. Also, I tweeted this out yesterday as kind of a joke, but it is like realistic. There's been a lot of like weird conspiracy theories over the years that like the large banks are shorting silver. So if silver goes any higher here, breaking above like 25, 26, you're going to see a lot of these people coming out and saying, oh, the silver run up is going to crash the banking system. To me, that's typically a decent top signal. So if we start seeing that, I'll probably be getting out of my silver position, depending on where we are. Good morning, Everett. What's up, man? Again, team, as you guys are filtering in, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. You guys actually might be able to hit the 150 like threshold on the stream here to extend it today to 11. I love that. That's awesome, guys. And then, yeah, going back on kind of what we were talking about with the courses there, I'm always available to you guys. Once you guys hop in, again, it's a one-time fee. You don't have to pay me every single month. My whole goal with you guys is to make you guys self-sufficient. So once you guys are in, you guys have any questions on the things that I teach, just shoot me a message on Instagram or Twitter, and I'm always available to answer. I'd love to see ACB get a little move here. I am worried, though, that if this has a couple of really, really big days, there could be an offering coming. I haven't looked at their authorized share count there for offerings, but if this thing really starts ripping up like to 7 or something like that, they might do it, but we'll see. NYCB is about to go out of business. Ooh, well, they did short silver, and there was a huge lawsuit against them. Well, you're true. Have you been doing this since you were 14? How old are you now? I'm 24. I'm gonna be 25 in what, a month and a half, 2 months, basically 2 months. Yeah, 24. So really, I mean, again, really didn't start like trading until later, but like learning about markets, options, futures, and things like that since I was 14. So I wasn't trading then, but I was having these conversations and learning then. Which again, I think it's almost, and here's the other thing that I think about too, like since I've had the opportunity to learn all of these things, I think it would be a great disservice to not teach you guys these things too. Like, I just think that would be rude. Like, why would I be not do that? Like, I would rather have everybody know the things that I know than not. Which again, you guys can see it kind of in the mastermind now, how we're getting further and further along. We've got our bond lesson tonight, which is going to be just epic, man. I was kind of finalizing the things that I wanted to teach you guys this morning in the first bond lesson. We're probably going to talk about bonds for a while. But we've got a really good mastermind for you. Last night's was epic too. Intro to finance. Dude, this, I mean, I remember I have a smaller position on ACB, or sorry, not ACB. SLV, but if this thing goes, it could be pretty nasty. Once 30 hits, everything starts hurting. Dude, I can't like drink the way I could like 3 years ago. The hangovers are just brutal. Like, I can still do it. You just have to have some more mental strength, you know? The most active way to learn is to teach and continue your growth knowledge base. That is true too. That is true too. I can't believe USD JPY looks like this right now. That's nuts. That's crazy. Like, that's scary, honestly. Like, you might see some intervention here. And ACB chilling. SLV looks awesome. So I want to see what these SLV options are at once the spreads kind of settle down at market open. See if I can make some of that free. If I can. I mean, it was a pretty nasty trade. I gave it a little bit more room just because you kind of saw it invalidate this like the way I would typically trade the 5-minute opening range. I gave it a little bit more. Like, it did drop down below. But the way that silver's been moving, I just said, all right, well, since it was a smaller position, I'm fine with letting it go to zero if it needs to. So let this thing go. We're going to see how this thing ends up today. What do you think about copy trading? I think it's bullshit. Sorry for the language there. Sorry, I apologize for that. But I think it's bullshit. I've never heard of anybody actually making any significant money or learning anything by blindly following others. Again, the way that I view the market and the way I want you guys to view the market is I want you guys to understand the exact reasons why you're entering, how you're going to manage the trade, where you're going to exit, and understand the exact reasons why your trading plan works the way it does. The problem is that, one, you're going to be late on an entry. You're not going to know really what you're doing, and you're just blindly following things, thinking that there's just a short-term way. And it just, like, people that are just begging for signals all the time, it just shows that you're not going to have success long-term in the market because you're looking for short-term gains. I like, seriously, I could go a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks without taking a trade if again, the system tells me not to. You think it's a whole scam? It is a scam. It's and we talked about this yesterday. Anybody giving you like trading, especially in the Forex space, because I know that's where a lot of you guys are coming from. All those people are trying to do is get you to pay them a monthly fee to just stay there and be dependent on them. I never want you guys to think that you're going to be you have to be dependent on me. Everything that I teach you here in these streams, and especially in the courses, are built to make you guys self-sufficient. Now, when you guys have questions, obviously I will always be here to answer them. Either in like the Instagram DMs or the Twitter DMs. I don't look at TikTok because everybody literally just spams my DMs with hi, and I'm like, we can't do this. Like, but it's nonsense. Again, I'm not going to be around forever doing this. So what happens when I leave? Then you learn nothing. And now you're like, uh-oh, let's go follow someone else. And most of those people aren't good traders anyway. So it's all about making sure that you guys have the tools that you need to have success over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. That's what it is. Wing short on bird flu. Wait, what? There's bird flu? Hopefully it's not a bat. That would be bad. You know? All right, ACV. What do you want to do today? Spot, I guess, is just running. Damn it, dude. I wanted this. This is the one that I wanted. It just wasn't as clean, but I really did want some Spotify calls here. So it's running without me. That will happen sometimes, but all right, whatever. New to your channel from the UK. What's up, David? How you doing? What's your position on Bitcoin? Do I invest in it? I think I have some kicking around somewhere. I am actually, like, in general, here's kind of the way that I view Bitcoin, and people ask me this all the time, especially in like my personal life when I talk to people. They'll ask me what my opinions are on Bitcoin, and you can boil it down, in my opinion, to a very, very simple question. Do you think inflation is going to stop and there's going to be no inflation, or do you think it's always going to continue? Well, the answer to that question, in my opinion, is inflation is always going to be around. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense to say that Bitcoin would then go down based on that fixed supply. Now, again, technically, it's not fixed supply right now because the supply is getting added by the miners. In our lifetimes, I don't think we're going to see us get to that, all of the Bitcoin mined. I don't think we are. We could, I guess, if you had some like supercomputers and really, really high transaction volume. Yeah, I think the estimate is like, I haven't looked at it, but that's kind of the way I view it. It's like, is inflation going to stop? Yes or no? To me, no. So it's probably a decent long-term investment. But again, do whatever you want. You can take that, you can answer that question in any which way you want to. Let's see. I just retired from the Air Force. Thank you for your service, man. I really appreciate that. Again, I did this for the mastermind too. If you guys are like retired veterans, you send me a message and I'll give you guys a discount if you want the courses. Like, I know they're already 50% off, but I'll give you guys something on top of that too. We did that for the mastermind. And I'll do that for you guys too for the courses, but learned a lot from me. Oh, thank you, man. Your mom has cancer, so I try to. Oh, sorry to hear that, Sage. Yeah, my aunt just passed away from cancer, so yeah, I had to go to a wake on Friday. That was rough, but yeah, sorry to hear that, man. All the best ways to make money since your job doesn't pay you a lot. Sorry, TikTok and got hooked. Now I want to learn all you can. So Sage, I'm gonna be very blatantly honest with you here. If you're trading in a way, and again, I'm not one of those guys that's gonna sit here and say, "Ooh, I'm gonna make you guys a bunch of money really quickly." That's not what trading is. Anybody that says that to you is not a trader. They're a marketer trying to sell you on things. But what I will say, Sage, is trading is a long-term game. It's not a short-term game. So I understand wanting to help your family and things like that. But if you're going to trade under any sort of mental duress, I would actually say trading is probably not for you. You did not know that? Thanks for supporting us better. Yeah, no problem, man. You guys, I mean, you guys have done so much for us and been through a lot. Like, it's the least that I can do. Give you guys a discount on the courses. But say, yeah, like that's if you're gonna trade, and this goes for all of you guys. If you have something crazy going on in your life that's gonna like mess with your mental state, even though all the courses are built to make sure you can eliminate all of those things, I would be very careful operating in the market that way. Because if you're saying, "Oh my God, I need to make money right now," again, that's gonna be a tough situation to be in the market. High interest after seeing your video. All right, Sage. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna learn a lot here. All right, we got 2 minutes to go. SLV is looking really good. ACB just kind of flickering around. I mean, if this wants to stop me at like a little bit above break even today, that's fine. Nailed the trade already. So I'm a bit disappointed in this Spotify here. Like, I wanted this. It just, now it's up 6.2% in the pre-market here off nothing, I don't think. I haven't seen the news on it, but all right. Less than 2 minutes to go here. We got a minute left until market open, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Oh, also, I think Apex Trader Funding for futures is offering that another one of those 80% off deals for you guys in 1 day to pass. So if you guys are interested in that, I mean, I'll throw the link in here for you guys. There you guys go. Just be careful of that trailing drawdown. Again, if you're going to use my strategies, I would either trade very small and try to get through that trailing drawdown over time. But with the 1 day to pass, I mean, you hit one of those trades, you're going to be able to pass. The risk to reward on them is typically If you hit double take profits, it's usually averaged out at like 1 to 6 or 1 to 7 risk to reward trades. And again, I think a lot of beginners too, we talk about this a lot. Beginners should be trading higher risk to reward strategies, just because there's a lot of just even just being a new trader, you're gonna make some just mistakes, not risk management or emotional, just like mistakes. Ding ding ding, market open, here we go. But and again, if you trade with higher risk to reward, it makes it a lot easier for you to kind of wow, 83% on those SLVs right now. Those are good. TME is moving up. I don't hate that. I mean, I want to give this a minute. I would like to give this a little bit, but I do not hate this. ACB moving up a little bit here. Nothing crazy. SLV looking good. Yo, Vix, just passed your 1-day Apex challenge. There you go, Boric. There you go, man. But yeah, there you guys go. So ACB, I think, is going to flicker around today. It's shares, though, so I have no expiration, no theta to deal with on this thing. SLV, if this thing can get moving, that would be fun. I mean, these are up like about 80% here, which is pretty good. Pretty good, man. So what are we up on the day so far right now? Just at market open, about 1.5%. That's pretty good. And I've done nothing. Swing Kings for the win, man. See, I like this one. What would this look like? I mean, let's say, it's going. Shoot. Yeah, I mean, I typically don't like buying things right off open. That's the issue with it. I mean, I could do the 5-minute opening range break. That could be something that I look for, but then the risk to reward here is going to be terrible if the range is up here. So you'd have something like this. So then your risk to reward just gets starched. You get like a 1 to 1.3. Like, that's not for me, man. I don't want that. Even though this thing could make significant. TME is Chinese, isn't it? ACB making a move up. That's good. That's what I want to see there. Spot. I mean, that thing just ran away from me. But what? Yin. I want to see what Yin's doing. Come on, Yin. You're down 2.6 here. My China ETF. All right. ACB's flickering around, but that one still looks good. Yeah, TME is getting going there. So we'll see if that one ends up playing out. Don't forget, Disney has you've been talking about this Disney event. I just like, to me, I don't care. Like, Disney, I don't want anything to do with that company right now. But like, what is the event? Like, I am a little curious. Like, what are they unveiling? Or what are they doing? What's their event about? Also, my sunburn is kind of catching up to me now. My face is peeling. It's not what I want. Yeah, so this one's running away from me too. I mean, that's fine. I don't need to hit all of them. I mean, I'm still up about 1.5% on the day, doing nothing. So that's good. My SLVs are up like 76%, so we'll leave those, see what happens there. They're not even up 100% yet. So maybe if these do end up going up over 100%, I'll make them free. But it's such a small position that like I just like let it run. Let it go a little. I'd love to see ACB come up and take out yesterday's high at like 547, right around there. TME, this one that we were talking about in the pre-market, is looking good. So if any of you guys grab that one above these highs, on that alert at like 11:30, that's a really good one coming off of that one. ETN looking great for you as well. Yeah, that was on the watch list. How's ETN looking? Yeah, there you go. So I actually kind of went for ACB and SLV over the ETN here, but this one is looking solid too. And that is one from the watch list with the break over here, about 314.66. You're trading at 317. That's a really good one as well. So that was one that I sent you guys on the Swing Kings watch list. So, but again, I mean, remember a couple weeks ago when I sent you guys all the crypto tickers and then we made 500% on Coinbase in a day? And then MicroStrategy was also on the Swing Kings list, and then the share price proceeded to double. Like this is just how powerful some of it is, and I think we should illustrate some of these because I haven't shown a lot of these trades recently. This right here was where we called out MicroStrategy, this break right here, and it proceeded to go from, let's say the break was here 720. It's currently trading at 1576. That's nasty. I think I still have all the AMD trades up here too. Yeah, these two AMD trades were disgusting. AMD to me needs to get above this 10, consolidate, and then start to look good. That was a good one. DraftKings, I can show you guys the one, the 1400 percenter that we hit like 2 weeks ago. Did I take it off? Yeah, I think I did. It was this breakout right here of 4365 all the way up to these areas 48. That was disgusting. ACB moving on up there. That's good. Let's see. What are we up on the day now? About 2%. That's really good. That's really good. Really, really, really good, team. Where's SLV? Chilling. This one, I mean, is looking deep. Wow, this thing came up to 1157. Damn. Morning, Jack. Morning, Jenny. How you doing? What's ES doing here? Nothing. I mean, we don't really have a day trade setup forming. You kind of do off of this, but remember, I don't really like to trade the first 30 minutes of the day, especially for day trades. So ACB up 3.3% here. That's good. ETN still looking solid. This is an all-time high breakout, so this will be an interesting one to see how it goes. That'll be very, very interesting. And again, everybody, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. We've got what? Ooh, what? 90 likes away. Play. Oh yeah, play. Yeah, I mean, this one was a little whippy, but yeah, that thing. Wow, wow. Oh, that's earnings though. I think that's why I didn't want to touch this one, because they'd had earnings coming up right there. ACB looking good. I just have an alert up here just to see like what when it's crossing yesterday's high. I'm not going to sell anything there. The next take profit that I have on this thing is going to be 6. It's 7. So it's listed as 6.99 here, but it's really 7. So if this thing really wants to get going, let it rip, man. Let it rip. Making money. Oh yeah. Up about 2.25% on the swing account so far today. Looking great, man. Looking great. ETN looking good there for you guys. Dude, I mean, how much easier can it get? Like, Cat. We can take a look at Cat. Cat looks interesting. I kind of like that. I mean, again, I don't know how much I'm going to do today with already having a bunch of these open positions cooking like crazy. ETN was one that I wish I had. The only other one that I was really interested in, I mean, TME was a good one, and then Spotify. So we were talking about that TME earlier today. That one's getting a nice break. So we got to watch out there. And then again, for all of you guys that are interested in hopping into the courses and getting that 50% off deal, I'll throw that link in the live chat here for you guys again, just to make sure that you guys have it. For those of you guys that are interested in giving yourselves finally a fighting chance in the market, getting away from all the nonsense out there. All right, ACB looking good. Yeah, that could get some steam, especially if the market turns around a little bit. Oh, here we go. Do we have any data coming out here? Wednesday, what do we got? Services, PMI. All right. And then at 12:10, we have Powell speaking. That's going to be very interesting. Powell speaking at 12:10 today is going to be very interesting. Damn, I guess we got some like button slackers today. I don't know if you guys are going to hit that 150 like threshold to extend the stream. All right. I see how it is. I see how it is. SLV trying to come back up here. Kind of did this yesterday too. If it breaks that 5-minute high, I mean, you might be able to get going. I really would like to see ACB above yesterday's high. ETN trying to make new highs here. Trying to get above 318. That would be nice for you guys. SWVL, one of your better entries on shares from recent memory. Yeah, that was good. That was a really good one. Yeah, that one's nasty. 150 to stream Powell until 12:10. No, I got a lot of stuff I got to do today, guys. I got a lot of stuff I got to do. Yeah, here we go on SLV. What are these options up? Maybe they were a little spready at open, but they're up about 78% right now, which is good. AISP was another. Yeah. Yeah, these gotta snap a little. I mean, they're up from yesterday about 21%, so that's not bad. That's not bad. Docu daily setup. It has been. You guys know how I feel about this range up here. I hate this. You sold off not once, not twice, but kind of 3 times aggressively away from this zone. So I guess, I mean, yeah, it is setting up. It's not bad. I know a lot of you guys were able to make your positions free when you front run this last Monday. But to me, I'm not the biggest fan of this. ACB making new highs here. Here we go. Where's SLV? Chopping. Chopping, chopping, chopping. Yeah, ACB looking great. I want to see this thing have a day. It's 10 minutes into the market. The thing's already up about 6%. So it can get really whippy, but how about 1,000 likes for me to stay all day? Sure. If you guys get 1,000 likes on the stream, I'll stay on all day. DraftKings potentially slowly setting up again. We can take a look. I don't think it is, though. No, this one wouldn't be for me. You will never understand Amazon's behavior. Eddie, remember what I've been saying about it? It's a tough one to get right. That's why I stay away from Amazon most times, unless the setup is just absolutely picture perfect. Like Amazon just moves around a little bit strangely. So shares on it is probably the way to go. But in general, Amazon is not something that I like to play around with all that much. SLV new highs, ACB new highs. Dude, we're looking phenomenal here. What are we up? We're up about those moves now are putting me up basically 3% on the day so far. Again, this is just like unrealized. The account's just flickering around, but the SLV options are now up 83%. My shares position on ACB on what I have left is up about 16.5%, 16.5%. So those are looking good as well. Again, it's identifying those sectors and making sure that we're there to capitalize on them. ETN. Oh, it flashed. It flashed 318. There you go. That ain't that bad, man. ETN, another winner here. Amazon gets whippy. It does. It does, which is kind of why I like to stay away from it most times. All right, let me check the news. Thoughts on Micron? Let's take a look. So it's still kind of dealing with that post-earnings move. You might have been able to take it here on this consolidation. This is not enough for me, and the EMAs haven't really caught up to it. So I'm going to be waiting on this one. Whoa, ACB just got a rip. Look at that. ACB just ripped through that high, and like that just moved like 15 cents in 2 seconds. That was a big buy order coming in. Let's throw this on the 5 minute, see what this looks like. Woo! All right, let's see if it can hold. It flashed yesterday's high and popped back up. Wow, that was good. Wow, that was good. Wow, look at us, man. Let's see if this can hold. It'd be nice if it did. I hope it doesn't pull a kava and just flash up and die. It may not, though. I mean, this thing has had some juice on it. SLV new highs. Look at us, man. Do you guys see? It's simple. Like, again, trading is not a stressful thing to be doing. Like, if I wasn't streaming with you guys, I would just have my price alert set and be done. Like during that time where I took my streaming break, that's literally what I did. I would sit at my computer, I'd look for the day trades, and then I would literally just set my alerts once I'm in the trades and be done. We are having a day. 87% now on the SLVs. That's looking good. The ACBs are looking great too. Looking great on those. Yeah, here comes ACB again. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if this wants to get real jumpy up to $6. That would be real interesting. It's up 10% on the day, man. Like, come on now. They don't call me the swing king for no reason. But again, it could always start pulling back down. I've already realized profits at 525, looking for 699. What's the risk to reward to 699 here that I have? Was it like 1 to 10? Almost 1 to 11. And then that next level, what is it? I forget what it is. I think it's this right here. 1 to 16. Yeah, 1 to 16 up to that level. Nvidia losing its buyers. Yeah. Looks like it. SLV came down a little. All right, we're about to get services PMI right now too. So we have data coming out in 20 seconds. Be aware of that. UPS becoming the main post service in the US. What about USPS, the United States Postal Service? That's interesting. All right, outside people. Let's stop making noise. We're live streaming over here. Tesla dumpster fire heating up. Okay. ET. All right, here we go. Data coming out. New 15-minute candles across the board as well. Yeah. Up about 3.5% on the day here. That's good. That's real good. Yesterday was a real big day. Those of you guys that looked at the Instagram story, I mean, I think it came down a little. I think I finished the day yesterday up about 9.5% with ACB pulling down at the end of the day. But that's still fine. I mean, 9% in a day is freaking amazing. But that's kind of what you expect with the swings. Like, you kind of chop around, boom, you nail them. eBay, yeah, eBay is one. I think that's on the swing list for you guys. Yeah, eBay is setting up here. AMC just broke below 3. Told them. I mean, SLV looking good. I'd love to see this thing get pushy here. ACB above 550 would be interesting. I think that's the high. Yeah, 550. So you break above there, those key psychological levels there. I mean, this isn't something that I would typically trade, but the setup was just so good. I couldn't say no. And I was paid handsomely for it. So those shares I have right now in 2 days are up about 21%. That's insane, guys. On a shares trade. That's ridiculous. What are we sitting up at risk to reward right now? 1 to 4.26. That's crazy. That's insane. Yeah, it's struggling to get above 550 here. All right, let's see what else we got. ETN pulling down a little. TLT is getting knifey. Oh, TLT. What's the 10-year doing? Is the 10-year spiking? How big is this? What is it at? 3.4. Oh my God, 4.4. Holy jeez, this is not good. I'm surprised the market's holding on here with the 10-year that high. I'm actually very surprised that the 10-year ripping like this is not having the market really sell. Now, it is kind of the result of this, the USD JPY movement. This move to the upside is influencing our bond yields right now. So, I mean, the markets might be able to brush that off a little bit, but that's not great. Like, when you see bond yields go up like that, it could mean that there's selling pressure in bonds, so rotation into equities. But that's like a normal way of looking at things in a normal market. And this is not a normal market. You've seen things link up, disjoint from what they typically do. So in this case, with yields spiking like that in this specific market environment, I would say that that's typically going to be bearish for equities. But if you're thinking about just like rotation of capital, remember, guys, bond yields and bond prices are inversely correlated. So if yields are coming up, it means that prices are going down, less demand, or selling or more selling pressure coming into the bond market. Well, where is that money going to go? I don't know. A lot of the time it can come back into the equity market. So that is another thing to pay attention to, but it's very strange. Like the last, again, I think we've said this before, like this market that we have now with all the money that's been printed and kind of the situation that we're in with the Fed, you have to interpret things a lot differently. The problem that I have with interpreting things a lot differently is that you're almost just saying, oh yeah, bubble. And I don't really like that. But again, most of what we're doing, again, is those short to medium term swings and day trades. So it's not really going to matter for us, but it's for long term investing. It absolutely is going to matter. We have a really important Notice coming out right now on the news feed, odds of a June rate cut falls as U.S. data remains strong. Markets' confidence in an initial 25 basis point interest rate cut by the Fed in June keeps fading as U.S. data continues to depict a resilient economy with little room for monetary easing. On the CME's Fed Watch tool, odds of a June cut fall to 57% from 64% a week ago, meaning that people have a lower expectation. ACB just got a big rip. The lower expectation that the Fed is going to start what do you call it, rate cutting in June. For July, odds of another hold increased to 30% from 16%. Today, ADP said U.S. employers created 184,000 jobs in March, which was much more than expected. More labor data are due later this week, and CPI numbers will come in April 10th, which again I expect to be a little hot based on what we're seeing with energy prices. Oh my, we're up 5% on the day right now. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ACB. Let's do it, man. Look at this. ACB, a big runner here. Look at that, man. I think we're sitting at like a 1 to 5 risk to reward right now on this thing. Look at us, man. Swing Kings for the win, dude. I mean, we've been on an absolute tear. Absolute tear. Bostic talked some real talk this morning. Yeah, he said one cut. He said one cut. Look at this, man. We broke that 550 and ripped. It's kind of what we were expecting to happen. Get above that side. These shares are up almost 25% in 2 days, guys. Do you guys know how crazy that is? A shares trade is up 25%. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. In 2 days. DRV daily. What's KRE doing? DRV. I might hold on. That's not DRV. This is DRV. DRV. So this is the inverse real estate ETF. So as rates go higher, this should go up as well. What's KRE doing? How is KRE flat with the 10-year going where it's going? How is that happening? So the reason, for those of you guys that are new or a little bit confused by this, KRE is the regional banking ETF, and that's going to have a lot of exposure to commercial real estate. Made your ACB free yesterday, up 117% on your remaining contracts. Juan, good work, man. But looking at KRE here, it has a lot of exposure to commercial real estate, which is also going to encompass office space. Well, rate cuts are not going to help office space. They're just not. Like, unless you can repurpose the building, and that's what people are going to do. But a lot of the big lenders, and I was talking to some people about this weekend, are really, really, really not willing to like basically foreclose on these buildings. They're working with the property owners and the real estate investors to kind of basically kick the can down the road. So, but the problem is that you still have a ticking time bomb of, I think it's 1.7 trillion of exposure. Not exposure. Oh, no, it's $1.7 trillion that needs to get wiped off the balance sheet across the board for office space, and it hasn't yet. So depending on which banks hold more of that office space, as rates go higher, well, it makes the situation even worse, which KRE should come down. KRE is already priced in. Has it, though? Look at where we are. Look at where we are. I mean, yeah, we're lower, but we're still sitting not at the lows. I would say if we were trading down in here at like sub 40, I would say, yeah, it's definitely been priced in. But as this situation kind of on ACB, big winner here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Dude, these shares are up 26.5%. I'm up 5.5% on the day right now, and I've done a total of 0 things. That's why, again, like for those of you guys that have 9 to 5 jobs and things like that, the things I teach you in the courses are just like... It's perfect. It's the best trading education that you guys are ever going to get. So, I'll throw the link in here for you guys too that are kind of filtering in. If you guys want both the Day Trading Mastery course, the 15 winning months, and it's working on the 16th winning month in a row, Day Trading Mastery course strategy in the Swing Kings course, it's 50% off. I'm never going to charge you guys double for both of them. If you guys are really willing to learn, take advantage of that 50% off deal. It's not going to be around forever. NYCB death is an individual example of commercial real estate concerns. That's true, but NYCB is it's going to be accounted for in. See, I don't know. I just kind of think that people are kind of brushing it under the rug and saying, "Oh, it's fine," when it's really not. Or it's like "Oh, if we don't look at it, it's not a problem." SLV new highs. Damn, man. Weird. 94% on the SLVs. I might make these free at 100% if I can get that. What would that be worth? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do this right here. If this pushes at all, I mean, I'll get this at 100%. That'd be nice. Make it free. Remember the TLT run, but rate cuts didn't happen? That's an example of front run like KRE. Yeah, but why are they buying it then? Like my thing here, Ralph, is why are they buying it? Because them buying it would be that example right there, the front run. It staying flat like that would, to me, signal indecision. I mean, it has come down. I mean, this was at 50, so it is down. But ACB new highs, 580, looking absolutely phenomenal here, guys. Just perfect. Absolutely picture perfect trade here. Next target is obviously going to be around 7. If we start to run, though, up into like 650, I might move my stop up to that 525. Root still holding strong. Yeah, that was one that a lot of you guys were interested in. Let me see. Root. Yeah, that one's been a ripper recently. Yeah, I haven't been sold out on the SLVs yet. I've still got a couple of cents left on the options that I need. The shares on ACB are up 28%. That's insane, man. I'm up 6% on the day. It's like 9% yesterday, 6% today. We're crushing it, dude. About to pass another Apex account. There you go, Boric. Yeah, that if you guys want that 80% off deal on the Apex accounts, I threw it in the live chat earlier, but it's in the description for those of you guys that want it. David got you in so early on that thing. Dude, David's a killer in the market. David's a killer. Yeah, look at dude. We caught a runner. We got a runner, ladies and gentlemen. When this sector rotation happens into these marijuana ETFs, they go nuts, and they're typically heavily shorted, so these can get real fun. But I mean, this is just a straight shares trade. It's easy. 29% on shares. Are you kidding me? We're crushing it today, dude. The last 6 months. I mean, again, even when we released the Swing Kings course for you guys, like we've been on a ripper. A ripper. Where's SLV right now? Is this moving up? I think I need. This is gonna be pretty close. Yeah, the contracts aren't really moving here. So I'm up like 94, 95%. I need a little bit more on these to be able to make them free. And for those of you guys that are new, again, when I say make it free, what I mean by that is I will sell half or less of my position. In that sale will bring back into my account the initial investment that I put into the trade, and then usually plus a little bit of money, so that I can guarantee profits on the trade, especially with options, and then let the trade go and not care about it. So if we can, I think if we break 2440, I'll probably be looking good. ACB got cracked down a little bit there, but I mean, that thing's up 15.16% today. So, like that's fine. We can do whatever we want with that. Just made some ACB shares free. Angel, good work, everybody. Shout out to all you guys that have been following along for a while, that have been taking this information and putting it into practice. It's been really awesome. Like seeing you guys, like, and again, a lot of you guys I've seen like have struggled for a while, coming in, taking advantage of this, and just absolutely going nuts in your accounts. I love it. Just made your SLVs free, boy. Passing 2 Apex accounts, making his silvers free. Dude, look at you, man. Look at you. Ooh, ACB, big shark there. A lot of selling pressure coming in on this thing now. Ooh, spicy. Uh-oh, ACB. This thing's going to be incredibly volatile up here. Just letting you guys know. And the thing for me is remember, if my alerts don't hit and my take profits don't hit, I don't care. So I've already hit that first TP at 525. I'm looking for that 699. Well, no, my order's at, I think it's at 7, right around there. I probably should put it at 699 if they struggle at 7. Um, but yeah, I mean, that risk reward is going to be about a 1 to 11 on that second TP there if we can get there, and that would be awesome. Sorry, that was me selling at 590. Oh, screw you, Angel. I'm just kidding. It was not you. Yeah, looking good. SLV, I mean, it's just kind of teetering here. I'd love this thing to get through that. Did it hit? Yeah, 2438 is the high. I think we break through 2440 and start to get a little higher there. I think that's when I'll be able to get What just happened? Why are we getting, was there data at 10? Ooh, ISM services. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. ISM services here, pumping up the market a little bit. Here we go. What's happening with TLT? The rate cut expectations are just going lower and lower and lower and lower. Like I have the weekly time frame here on this thing. If I want it, I want TMF shares is what I want because I don't have them yet. I want to find a spot. It's probably going to be after June where I can start snagging some TMF shares. Oh, SLV popped. So that might be it. Dude, they're not getting me on those. How are they not filling me? It's at the price. Fill me. I'm up 101% on the 101.85% on the SLVs. I'm trying to make them free. Oh, they got to hit the bid. Oh, come on. You really going to play this game with me? Oh, they got me. All right. So now I'm up about 105. Well, it's flickering. 105% on the SLVs. My order hit, made them free. Looking good, man. Looking real good. Nettie made $775 on that candle. There you go. ES just blew through your take profit, got more than you deserve. Look at you guys, man. Yeah, so now I'm going to be hunting. So the silver trade is now free with some profits locked in. Now I'm going to be hunting, what is this? Basically 2490 on SLV. As ISM services slightly lower than expected. That would make sense. ACB coming back. SLV looking really good. Look at us, guys. I'm up 6% on the day. SWVL up 15% on the day. Great work, Ralph. And again, team, we have 30 minutes left for you guys to hit the like button, get us up to 150 likes on the stream for us to extend it today. If you guys are interested in that, I mean, make sure you guys are liking the video. Yeah, great trade on silver here. Now I'm just risking profits. That's it. That's it. What a pop on ES here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at us. So hopefully a lot of you new people are learning some things. Again, if you guys have any questions on anything, just ask. 2450 on SLV. That's big. That's big. You break through there, it could get a little nutty. KRE popped. TMF trying to pull back up a little bit, but nothing crazy. SPY just pumped $2. Dude, that was a ripper. That was a ripper. Look at this. Look at this thing go. If ACB can break above 6 here, what did it hit today? 591. If you break above 6 today, I mean, you might get squeezy on it. 6 would be big. NVIDIA hit the top of your bounce target. I'm out. Dude, I love seeing all you guys make money. I love this, man. I like that's why I do what I do, guys. Seeing all you guys coming into the live chat, taking the things that I've taught you, not only in the courses, but on the streams as well. Nothing better than that, man. So SLV came back down a little bit. That's fine. I mean, those are still up 105%. Oh, and I'm posting the silver gains on my Instagram story. There we go. What a trade, man. Really appreciate you, SCV. Thank you, brother. Tor, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. Coming in here, showing you want to learn. That's what it's all about. ACB chilling at 570. That's fine, man. You want to chill in the 570s? Do your thing, man. That's big volume. This thing looks, I mean, nothing I need to do on this thing now. Just wait and see if it wants to hit that next target about what, $1.25 away, which is huge, but just going to let that thing go. Whoa, ETN is ripping. Whoa, whoa, whoa. ETN. Great call there on the Swing King watch list for you guys. There you go. Dude, that's awesome. Learning and making money. What could be better? I don't know, Dr. Bob. I mean, I could think of a couple of things. But no, I'm just kidding. Dude, ETN getting up to 320. That's awesome. That's all. I'm not in this one. And again, I can't hit them all. But again, those watch lists are to point you guys in the right direction. I send you guys those this week it came out on Monday just because the market was closed Friday and I wanted to see what the reaction was going to be like on PCE. But yeah, I mean, this one was one of the ones I sent you guys on Monday. Freaking great trade here. So ACB back above 580. That's good. Much love. You guys are all awesome. Love you guys. Love you guys. 15 likes away from 100 too. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. ES is on a ripper. I would love to see what happens to ACB above 6. I'd love to see that, man. You had to cut your ETNs because I was a little overextended. Still made 50% on them, but what a day, man. Boric, good work, guys. Good work. Yeah, well, ETN just dropped there. So, I mean, that was a good sale on that if you nailed the top. SLV is trying to come up and break 2450 again. TSM gets hit with an earthquake and goes green on the day. Yeah, I know, dude. Dude, the ACB shares are up almost 28% in 2 days. That's insanity. I kind of wish did anybody, hold on, I want to ask, did anybody trade the options on ACB? Because this is 1,000% gainer right here if you traded the options. Guaranteed. You traded the weeklies or next week on ACB from down in here when I nailed it, or sorry, this is SLV. On ACB, that's 1,000% gainer right here. That we called yesterday. Did anybody get the options on them? If you went out with a little time, I just wanted to trade the shares just because the IV on the options was a little nutty. So I was like, well, I mean, if we're going to see this theme play out, like this is why. I'll show you guys exactly why right here. The 2 trades that I've called out on Mara over the last, I don't know, year was this one right here. This was a 1,200% gainer. And then I was selling my contracts at this second take profit at 600%. Now, if I had traded the shares on Mara and I was going TP, I could have held all the way to these highs on the runners because shares obviously don't have an expiration date. And I'm kind of seeing and sensing some of the same things on ACB there. So I decided, well, if we're going to see that type of movement, I'd rather just have the shares with the same risk to reward with no expiration date. You did, but a small one. Options, yes, next week. What are they up, Boric? In Caesar, what are those options? I'm just curious to see what they're up. I mean, I would say even with the cranked IV, depending on your entry, I mean, 500%. MNMD, you want to take a look at? I'll take a look at that one. This one I couldn't get right. This one I got stopped out on last week. And that's the other thing too. Like, I'm not going to hide losses from you guys. That's crazy. 30%? What expiration date did you go with, Caesar? That's a little nuts. Because again, if you're gonna take that expiration risk, different broker app, huh? If you're gonna take that risk with options, you got to be compensated for that. In terms of the potential reward, that's one of the reasons with the cranked implied volatility that I wanted to trade the shares instead. You're not gonna have to deal with that nonsense. So ES coming down a little, ACB dropped a little here. Where's SLV? It's trying. Stopped out of your last runner on MES. Good work, guys. Great work today. Oh, here we go. We're getting news. Why cannabis today is not your grandmother's weed. Plus, U.S. presidents are embracing a surprising fashion trend. So I don't think yet that we've seen a lot of people talk about these movements in the cannabis sector. And I think we're a little early on it. Tunes rejection. I sold, so I went hold overnight. Got back this morning, and those are back up about 50% on the ACBs. What next week's? Really? That's interesting. Yeah. So again, I mean, I talked about this yesterday. How I just wanted to trade the shares on it. The shares right now are sitting up like 26.9%, which is still amazing. I'm up 5.8% on the day. Looking phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. Looking absolutely picture freaking perfect. ETN was trying to come back there for a second as well. Like I haven't seen on Twitter or anything people starting to hype up the weed stocks yet, and like that's kind of a good sign. I think we're a little early on it. Same thing with the Mara. I mean, I gave you guys that Mara trade 2 months before it happened, and I outlined, and that was when I went on my stream break and then came back, and I was like, well, this is what we were looking for. Here it comes firing off, bang. I mean, it was 500-600% for me, which is good, but it would have been 2,000%. Am I an F1 fan? Yeah, I am. Total Wolf is now worth 1.6 billion because of his stake in Mercedes. Yeah, the story with Toto is interesting. Like he bought into Mercedes, and then like that's an interesting way to do it because if he's team principal, he has a lot of power over what the team does and also his investment. Yeah, they're putting in an F1 arcade down here, and dude. Okay, so here's what I want to do with the F1 arcade. I want to bring we got to get one of those. All right, I'm not gonna say this. What's the weed ETF? MSOS. This one. That's interesting that this is down today. Huh. I mean, I'm long on this thing off of here. This thing, you can't see it on the daily time frame. But Monday in the after hours, it popped up to 1063. So I just manually sold some shares up there because that was my target. Now my stops are at break even, and I'm just letting this thing run. He was worth 450 million when he got into F1. Well, he's probably worth more than I mean, if his stake is worth 1.6 billion in Mercedes-Benz, he is worth a lot more because he's been getting paid the entire time. It's not like he just took the equity and was like, well, yeah, but now they don't have Lewis, or they're not going to have Lewis. So that's going to be interesting. Lewis going to Ferrari, right? I went to the first F1 in Miami. What was it, 2 years ago? It was right after I graduated college. That was sick. But also, I kind of like watching F1 not at the track because, like, if you're sitting in a corner, like, all right, I've seen the dudes come around the corner enough. Like, it's more of like a party. Like, it's an event. Like, you go there to like do like other things. Lewis went. I don't know. I would take a look at old Lewis Hamilton videos because that dude was saying some wild things. Did he? I didn't know that. That's kind of crazy. SLV moving. ACB is just kind of hanging out in that 570 area. ES flickering around, not doing anything too. I mean, well, all right. That 15-minute candle's pretty dirty. We have 3 minutes left for a new 15-minute candle. You went to Indy. Oh, that's cool. You have 2 good Spanish drivers. Signs, no. Well, I know Chaco is. Oh, yes. Yeah. Signs of Spanish, I think, yeah. INTU setting up, Intuit. No, this thing is not setting up on the daily. Caesar, I would go back and look through more of those examples that I give you in the courses. This is not gonna fit. Maybe on the weekly. The weekly's not bad. It's just not good. It's not tight. It's just kind of whipping all over the place. ACB was perfect. Nice convergence here, and then boom, little pop up. I actually should have been a little earlier on my entry, and I wasn't. Oh, Alonso is Spaniard too. You're gonna go to Miami in a couple weeks. Looking forward to it. Miami's wild, man. Be careful. I was in Miami this past weekend for like an hour, or like an hour. That's where I fly into. Let's see. Cars Pass, you couldn't recognize anything. Yeah, I mean, I kind of liked it. It was, oh, dude, it was so hot when I went, and it was for qualifying. I wasn't there for the actual race. I was there on the Saturday. Alonso's here, dude. I like Alonso. Alonso's funny. SLV trying to make that move, dude. If this thing breaks 2450, it could get fun. Uber's up. Uber is an interesting one. I've actually had my eye on this. The weekly setup looks pretty solid here. You can see it's respecting these EMAs, and then the daily. The daily's a little whippy. I would look at this on the weekly. That's what I would do. I don't think I'm going to touch anything on that, though. Like, I really want the market to sell off to give us some more solid setups on the reversion back to the upside on some of the tickers that we all know and love. It's just right now we're going to have to trade things like ACB, SLV, which again is fine. Like, we've already made way more money than we should have this week and are way up more in terms of percentages than we really should be. But at the same time, it's like, well, you can get some crazy moves on those other tickers as well. It's just they're not setting up as well as we want them to. So we trade things like ACB, SLV, and absolutely crush it. Yeah, Austin's good. I don't know if they're going to do Vegas again. That was a disaster. That was a disaster, man. What a day. What a day we've had so far, guys. This is great. Yeah, up 5.8% on the day here so far. 105.5% on the SLVs. The MSOS shares trade is still up about 7% on the rest of them, but I mean, I have stops at break even. There's not really much I need to do on that. ACB looking good. What's the screenshot I have with it? Yeah, that's pretty nasty. Yeah, they hated Vegas mainly because of those the manhole covers. I mean, ES might give us something here. Yeah, ES would give us a setup here if it sold off. That would be interesting. ES is setting us up for something. Ulta died. That was after earnings. Sorry, we turned this into an F1 chat. No, that's fine. Would we have days like this, guys, when we absolutely crush it? I mean, it's what else you want to do? You know who I actually talked to one time? I've actually talked to him a few times. Horatio Pagani. It's hard to talk to him, though, because he doesn't really speak English. So it's a tough conversation to have, but really cool guy. Really cool guy. I don't like the Utopia, but it's not my job. People are buying it. Good for him. ACB coming down a little. Nothing crazy. Hey, stop it. Freaking Siri. That's sick. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Oh, I met this one you guys probably won't know, but Jim Glickenhaus. If you Google the Ferrari P4/5, he's like the only guy ever that Ferrari allowed to like significantly modify one of their vehicles. He was like, "Oh, this is I have an Enzo, but it's not cool enough." PA, the ticker. What's PA? Palladium futures, or you want? I don't know. I mean, it's consolidating nicely on the weekly. Pagani's an interesting guy. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, that was when I was younger. Talked to him. He was cool. Not for very long. I mean, it's hard to talk. Like the language barrier is tough. Let's see. I can't really. I've talked to some pretty cool people. I can't tell because some of them I'm not gonna say, just because of like other things. But like you would know them. You would know. Sorry, your cat jumped on your keyboard. Oh no, you're good. And then again, that's just like it's the same thing. Like I want to make sure that all the knowledge that I have is getting transferred to you guys as well. I mean, I can understand Spanish, which kind of helps, but it's still different. Quad U, yeah, uranium, I think is ripping. I think it's already, yeah, that thing. I mean, there was really no entry here for me. If this thing can pop consolidate from here, that would be great. You get a nice little uranium move. SLV is knocking on the door. Let's see what it wants to do. I mean, I am Italian, so I should know it. I just don't. Guys, we're 13 likes away from 100. I don't know what it is recently. You guys have been slacking really hard on the like button on the 150 like threshold. I guess you don't want to extend the streams then. All right, I see how it is. I see how it is. Yeah, silver's been great. Well, no, I'm already long silver. I've already scaled out over 100% on my silver calls. So those are up. Let's see. They're still up 105.5%. Nvidia high of day. Where's AMD? Where's my baby? 181. I mean, that's not the end of the world. I say this probably every day now, but I mean, I'm long. I have AMD shares at $11.39, and it's at 181. Oh, where's yen? Freaking yen being an a-hole. I mean, I long that thing up in here, so in the larger long term. I mean, China stimmy, if that comes in, that'll be really good. ACB just chilling. Not doing anything. SLV sold off of that 24.50 again. High of day is now 24.50. Wayne is up 380% on silver. My man. Oh my God. You guys cracked the like button there. See, why do you guys always do it at the end? Like, now you've just kind of like wasted your opportunity to get the stream extended. You have 9 minutes to get 52 likes. I don't think you guys have that one in you today. Even earthquakes can't hold the market down. No, I mean, they might. I haven't seen what's happening, but they were worried about a tsunami with the water receding. That's bad, man. That would be really terrible. Yeah, ACB moving back up there. That's nice. Yeah, Wayne. I mean, this is one of the guys that I want to make sure that we give Wayne and make sure that Wayne is set up for success. Like Wayne, you coming in and taking advantage of the information in the courses, knowing what your past performance has been like, and kind of seeing what you've been able to do, even with the hiccups, is awesome, man. It's just really awesome to see you finally starting to have success, and it just goes to show the power of what I teach you guys in the courses there. ACB back into the 580s. That's good. I want to see what happens if it breaks 6. Nvidia over 900. Dude, is Nvidia really ripping that much? Watch the 10 at 904.50-ish. Watch that. It could reject off of there. Wayne, your progress has been amazing, dude. Keep it going. Yeah, man. It's just any of you guys that are struggling, make sure you take advantage of that 50% off deal there to the courses. It's gonna really change the way that you view markets for the better. Yeah, there's a little selling pressure in the upper 5s here on ACB. It's struggling to get up there. 903.30 on the 10 EMA. I mean, it's flickering, but it's like 904.30 now. Yeah, Wayne, that's awesome, man. Dude, I'm like hungry. I gotta stop eating so much. I want to get fat, dude. I'm just kidding. $580 again on ACB. It's just kind of teetering. If we can get a little reversal trade here, this would be sick. That would be really awesome. If this thing started to pull back and we get a nasty trade setup from the day trading mastery course, that would be nuts. Wayne used to struggle way back when. Wayne used to struggle significantly. And I think he's now kind of taken that approach of kind of going with the data driven ways of approaching the market and really listening to the things that I've been saying about um, making sure that you're able to take yourself out of the trades and just being a steward of your system. NVIDIA 902. That thing's moving. Yeah, up about 6% on the day. It's like, yeah, 6.02, something like that. It's just flickering around. Oh, we also have Mastermind with you guys tonight at 6 p.m. Oh, you Mastermind people are in for a treat tonight. We're starting our bond lesson. Oh, boy. Wayne is the poster child of never giving up. Correct. Correct. He's got the tools that he needs to have success. He has them now. All of you guys do that have hopped into the courses over there. You guys have everything that you need in order to have the success that you want. It's about how you implement it. All right. ETN is still looking great here, though. Good for you guys that took that one. Yeah, Mastermind last night was nice, too. I like that one. Except for when I mistyped into the thing, and I was like, why is the number wrong? Yeah, NVIDIA above 902 here. I want to see what happens at that 904.50 area. SLV is making another attempt at 24.50 here, 4 cents away. James Hunt. Yeah, that movie was what's it called? Fear? No. It's like him versus Nicky Lauda, the whole movie. I forget what it's called. It's a good one though. Hopefully I can catch the Mastermind live stream. Yeah, man. I appreciate it, guys. Wayne, Rush. Yeah, that's a good one. ACB's making an attempt. I don't know. Those big buyers right below 550 were huge. Let's see if they try to do it again around 6 and then just go boom, blast it off. That would be really cool. Because I have the limit order set up here. I just want to see if they hit. That would be a huge move, though, if ACB did that today. Huge. That would be one of the best trades that we've ever called. ETN still looking good. TMF getting whacked. Your mistype made us all look and review the input data. It was interactive. That is true. That is true. Because to me, I was looking at it like, oh, 10 years. They would not make sense for it to be whatever the 50,000 number was. I was like, yeah, because you're putting in 100,000 over the 10 years. And then it was the 5-year difference. NVIDIA's looking for 903. It's coming. I actually thought it was good. Yeah, I would have preferred not to mistype it in there, the 5 versus the 10-year thing. But I mean, again, you guys can see the differences. And you can catch the mistakes right away when you're doing those calculations. Yeah, silver couldn't do it. I don't know if it's going to be able to do it today. That's like 2 or 3 attempts of 24.50 that it just couldn't get through. Let's see. I'll have to watch it late tonight, but really looking forward to the knowledge. Mastermind 7 was great. Thank you, Daily Taylor. I appreciate that. Yeah, and then I have to release the updated price for all the rest of you guys that want to come in late and watch and get access to that mastermind. Again, it's obviously we talk more about day trading, swing trading, and give you guys more strategies. But then we give you guys that college level education in finance, macroeconomics, portfolio, asset management, valuation, building portfolios, how to generate income with your portfolios, things like that. So we're 7 lessons in. I still got to get that out to you guys, though. Believe me, I follow Mastermind at midnight here, and you make it fun for an hour and passes fat. It goes by fast for me, too. It's like, oh, all of a sudden, we're done. Yeah, ACB, it's just kind of flirting with it. It's just flirting. ES would be a fun one here today if it did it. Because the range is large enough for it to be a real big trade. It would probably be like a 20 something point TP2, which is nasty if it were to do it. Because we have, remember, shoot, we have Powell at 12.10. Huh. What do I think of gold? Oh, it's ripping right now. I'm long silver. I sold out of my like I made my silver contracts free today at over 100%. So I mean I'm long on the metals. It's ripping. I mean, there's not much really we're gonna do with it. I was kind of late on the gold trade, but I wasn't gonna miss the silver one. It's almost thinking about it like Bitcoin versus Ethereum. Like Bitcoin goes first, Ethereum goes next. Same thing with kind of gold and silver. All right, guys. It is 10:30 in the morning. What a freaking day that we've had here, man. It's just absolutely awesome seeing you guys taking the information that I'm teaching you guys every single day and just seeing your gains in the live chat and the messages that you guys are sending me are just absolutely amazing. ACB is up another 16% today from our entry yesterday down here. Absolutely awesome. The SLVs we were able to make free. We're just going to keep doing it, man. Let's see if we can get one of those nasty day trades from the Day Trading Mastery course. And again, for all of you guys that are interested, all my courses and all the education is 50% off right now. I just threw the link in the live chat for you guys. And again, once you guys hop in, remember, it's one-time fee. You guys don't need to pay me every single month. But what I will do for all of you guys that hop in is anytime that you guys have questions about anything I teach you in there, just shoot me a message on Instagram or Twitter, and I will make sure that you have the understanding that you need. So team, can't wait for the mastermind. Super informative. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, mastermind's at 6 tonight, guys. I'll be sending out that link to all of you guys later. GBP USD, I don't trade Forex. The only really Forex pair that is actually applicable to anything really in the United States markets right now is USD JPY. So we will look at that. And again, the last thing I'll leave you guys with is if you guys have the ability to trade futures, stocks, or options, and even crypto over Forex, the way that the current Forex space is, you probably should do that. The prop firms basically just scamming you guys all the time. The data feeds on the brokers are terrible. And I want you guys to actually be set up for success, not failure. So, team, I will see you guys later. Again, that 50% off deal is not going to be around forever. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys take advantage.